folks, welcome back to Nostalgianomics. So if any of you have been following my channel for any time at all, I'm sure you remember about 10 months to a year ago when I started to preach XY era. And I started to explain how that's when I came back in the hobby. That's when a lot of your favorite YouTubers, who are the largest YouTubers today in the space, started in the hobby or started making content. That is when Pokemon Go, the cell phone game, was released and brought mainstream popularity back to Pokemon. That's when the 20th anniversary Generations was released, Evolution, the list goes on and on. And so I was speculating that after, all this alt art craze starts to die down and the tag teams and the waifus start to die down, I think people are going to continue back into this XY era because a lot of them remember that's when they got started. And the other cool thing about XY is a lot of the full arts and secret rares, the art actually holds up. It's not like, some old art that's outdated and it just doesn't look as nice. No, a lot of these cards, they look just as nice as a lot of the newer cards being printed. And so for all those reasons, I was speculating, hey, listen, the supply's a lot less on these. It's more scarce to find in the wild. I think there's huge opportunity here. And I made a lot of those plays. And I even showed them on a video of all the cards I was buying. I was fully transparent. Bought them right off eBay, open market, like everyone else could. And some people got on board. A lot of people, hated on it and said that I was trying to pump XY or, whatever it may be. Fast forward to today. Well, we saw a huge ramp up in XY and Sun and Moon cards, but we are still seeing moves up to this day, even after the 2023, big rise. No, we are still seeing movements in this down, terrible market. Everything's going to zero. Still seeing moves upwards in XY. So I thought we could take a look at some of the XY and Sun and Moon cards still having positive growth right now to show you that, hey, everything's not bad in this hobby. There is still tons of money, tons of interest pouring into these cards. And also some of these cards, you're going to be surprised. Now, there could be more on eBay and other places, but on TCG Player, some of these have like 1, 2, 3 available in near mint condition on the entire market. That's how scarce these cards are becoming. So I'm not trying to tell you to FOMO, not telling you to jump in just because I'm making a video on these cards, but it might be worth starting to go back a little bit and check out some of these because they're disappearing faster than you might have expected. Before we do that, though, guys, this video is not sponsored by anybody. This giveaway is from a fan of the channel, Pokey Grindin'. I'm sure you guys have seen him in the comments, in the chats, in the live streams, on the whatnot streams. I met him in person at a local card show, and he wanted to give back to the community. So he gave me this Pokemon Center exclusive Brilliant Stars ETB and said, Alex, just give this away on one of your videos. And me, I'm like, well, what do you want me to do for you, man? Do you want me to give you a shout out? Do you have a store? Do you have a... He goes, no, I don't need a shout out. I go, dude, just give me some way for people to at least reach out to you to thank you. And so he said, all right, I'll give you my Twitter. So he gave me his Twitter. I'm going to share his Twitter and make sure you guys go give him thanks, go follow him. But he wanted nothing in return. So what we're going to do, guys, anyone who comments on this video and subscribe to the channel, we're going to random comment generator it. I'm going to pick this, let's say next week, next Sunday, we will pick the winner to this. And courtesy of Pokey Grindin', so everyone has a chance to win this. Really appreciate that, man. Here's his Twitter, guys. If you don't know, it's just Pokey Grindin' on Twitter. He's actually got a good amount of followers, almost 6,000 followers, and it just posts a bunch of Pokemon card content. So, yeah, make sure you go follow him, guys. All right, getting into today's video. First up, the Gengar full art. Like I said, guys, look at that art. Does that not hold up with some of the best art that we have in Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and Scarlet and Violet? To me, it does, but obviously that's all subjective. But the Gengar EX full art from Fandom Forces, as you can see, still moving up. See a sale right here, just happened, $210, $200. This chart only shows 150. This sale is for 200. Guys, that's like up here. It's still going to the moon. A year ago, this card was $70. You are talking about almost a 200% rise in a year on a modern XY card, and it's still going up in 2024. Not only that, you ready for this? Ready for this? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left in the entire market. This is a slab. There is 5 near mint copies left on TCG Player. Sorry, 6. There's 2 here. 6 near mint copies left. Someone just listed one low at 175, even though one just sold it with 200. But that's wild. That's wild. Moving on. You guys know I'm going to pump it. I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in the hobby. The Silver Dialga EX from Phantom Forces, the only silver card ever printed. As you can see, the chart for the year, it is starting to kind of stabilize. But as you can see here, $210 sale, $225 sale. This chart only shows 200. Guys, it's up here. It's still rising in value. Okay, the chart just hasn't caught up. We have one here, 205, 210, 210, and then $400. That's it. There's 4 left in the entire market. Really, only 3 around market price. That's all that's left in the market. That's it. And again, it's still rising in value. This card was only about 140s just a year ago. We're talking, I don't know, almost a 50% gain, 40% gain in a year, and it's holding on to its gains. It's not giving them back. It's important. Next up, the Mega Rayquaza EX. Look at that art, guys. Does that not hold up? Mega Rayquaza EX. This is from Roaring Skies, the full art from Roaring Skies. Okay. Card was a low 50s card a year ago. Today, it's in the high 60s, as you can see right here. One just sold light play for high 60s. We can look at some of the other sales. Here's a near mint in the 80s, near mint 70s, and near mint 68. So you can see it's steadily rising. Again, realistically, the chart's up here. It just hasn't caught up yet. If we look at what's for sale, we have a zero feedback seller right around 70, right? We're a little over 70, and then it goes up from there. So there's 2 here really high. There's really, hey, Ponga's one. No, sorry, it's Pong TCG. I thought it was Ponga. We got 3 here. We have 3 realistically at market price, and then they go sky high. So very limited market, very scarce card. The Primal Groudon EX. This one's from Primal Clash. All right, look at that card. Amazing looking. As you can see, look at this rise. It was a $30 card. It rose up in the 70s, and now it's cooling off a bit, but not really. $60 sale, $70 sale, $55. Come down a little lower, $70 sale, okay? And then we go look at what's available. Well, we got a few available, right? 1 page worth, and they're selling in the mid-50s. So mid-50s, so cooling off a little bit, but $30 card to mid-50s, almost 100% gain, holding on to its gains, still selling, multiple per week, holding on to almost a 90 to 100% gain, and very scarce, less than 10 available on the whole market near mint. Same set. Going to Ancient Origins. This is the Primal Groudon from Ancient Origins. So you got the Groudon EX from the Primal Clash. You got the Primal Groudon EX from the Ancient Origins. Everyone likes these gold borders back then. But look, it's having another surge right now. Near mint, 71. Near mint, 71. Crossing its highs that it saw in 2023. It was a $50 card. Now it's in the 70s. As you can see here, there's not even any available at that price. The lowest one now in the market is $99. This is all that's available, guys. There's like 6 available. Lowest one being $99. If one of those sells, the chart's immediately way up here. Scarcity is ruling these XY cards and pushing the prices higher and higher. The Full Art Lugia. Full Art Lugia EX. This one's from Ancient Origins as well. Look at that. Just still climbing. Still climbing. You have 3 available. This is a zero feedback seller. And then it jumps up to 115 and 360. That's all you got. That's all you got to choose from. That's it. That's all you got. Recent sales, 68. We have near mint right here, 69. We have a near mint here, 61. That's market price, guys. So holding on to its gains and pushing higher into 2024 with basically none left in the market. Team Magma's Groudon. You guys know I'm a fan of this card. I just love the card. Double Crisis. It's a hard set to find. Hard set to find, cheap to open. And these cards are just very scarce out there, especially in near mint condition. As you can see, recent sales, 90, 92. Pushing past its 2023 highs. The chart is not caught up yet. It is actually up here. We can go to see what's available on the open market in near mint condition. And as you can see, there's only 5 available from 3 sellers, lowest being over $90. So as you can see, this market price is now way up here over its 2023 highs. The scarcity continues to run rampant. Guys, some of these cards, pretty soon we could see none available. 0 sellers in the market for these cards. You can't even find them. Team Mako's Kyogre, same exact set, Double Crisis. It's the mirror card of that Groudon. Here you can see this, same exact thing. Go to near mint sales, 104.98. Near mint sales, barely even find any. Right here, 91.28. You can go down here to look at the open market, go to the near mint listings, and there's 5 listings. Is this Japanese? No, it's not Japanese, but here, lowest listing, about high 90s, and it goes up to the 105. That's it though. High 90s is the lowest listing. We've seen it sell in the 100s and high 90s. So as you can see, it's at or above its 2023 highs. This was a $78 card. Now it's in the high 90s. I mean, you're talking 30%, 40% gains for the year and still rising. The scarcity is still becoming rampant. Guys, these XY cards, they're not going anywhere. They're not cooling off. They're not going to crash. With this level of scarcity and that level of sales and popularity still in them, in my opinion, it's only going up from here, but we'll see. Now, going into Sun and Moon, a lot of people say, well, the Sun and Moon craze is over. Things are crashing. You just got to look around. You got to dig deeper. You can't always look at the big flashy top hits. Look at this one, Ultra Ball. Anyone looking at this? Base set? Sun and Moon base set? Who's looking at that? Ultra Ball. Look at this. Still seeing brand new highs. Look at these sales. A light plate just went for $40. Near mint 36, near mint 60, near mint 36. So here we go. We'll go down, look at the near mints. Here you go. 37, 37, 38. That's the market price. As you can see, crossing its 2023 highs. This is where it's at, if not higher. Ultra Ball. This was a $20 card a year ago. 100% gain and still holding and pushing higher in 1 year on just a regular gold card from Sun and Moon base. I don't know, guys. The Mewtwo Shining Legends, probably one of my favorite cards in the hobby as well. The Mewtwo GX, the Mewtwo, it was coined. Saw a rise in 2023, right? Saw a little drop. It's still pushing higher. As you can see, here's the sales. Near mint 113, near mint 192, near mint 179.99. So, I mean, some of those were higher than expected. If they have pictures, sometimes they go a little higher. But, as we can see right here, near mint copies right here. 117s, 120s, somewhere around there. 117s to 120s. So, as you can see, the highs in 2023, 130. So, a little bit, maybe like a 5 to 10% below its all-time highs, but it's rebounding. It's still pushing back higher. And from an $80 card a year ago, you're talking about a 40% increase in just 1 year, and it's holding those gains in 2024. Now, the Mimikyu GX. I know why this is happening. This is happening because of Paldean Fates, right? The Mimikyu promo, the Mimikyu ETBs. Obviously, people want to collect the Mimikyus all of a sudden. Look what's happening. It's pretty easy to predict these things. $50 card a year ago. Had a spike up, but look, it's still seeing those gains today. Near mint 75, near mint 75, near mint 70. Sales still happening. All right, we look at the market price, still around 75. So we look at the chart. I mean, 78 was technically the high, but it's still pushing right up here, right all next to its all-time highs, and it is still selling. So Mimikyu GX Rainbow Rare having some rises based on the Paldean Fates Mimikyu arts. And the last one I got to show, guys, the Misty's Favor. I get the waifu craze is over. Many of the waifus are falling off from their highs, but Misty's our girl. Misty is keeping it real. Here's what Misty's doing. Look, you can see right here. Here's sales, 183, 199.99. Here, 180s is market price. Right here, 184. So it's way up here, just off of its all-time highs, and it's still rebounding off of its kind of drop after that waifu craze kind of ended. It's still having a secondary rise, and at this rate, it could surpass its all-time highs. Guys, this was a $120 card a year ago. Now we are pushing again $200 card. I mean, we've already had sales at 200, but even the 180s, I mean, guys, we're talking about a 50% plus gain, and it's holding those gains and still pushing higher in 2024. So look, I get it. It's easy to look at the cards that are coming off their highs and showing the little 1 month and 3 month charts and saying, oh my gosh, everything's crashing. Everything's a disaster. But guys, there is still value. If you look around and you search through these eras and these sets and these cards, there's still collectors out there. They want these cards. There's money pouring into them. And it's not that hard to predict. The Mimikyu, is that hard to predict? I mean, Gengar, is that a hard card? Is that a hard Pokemon to understand that people are going to continue to want that? Misty's Favor? Misty? The original waifu of the game? I mean, so it's not that these things are hard to predict. It's that people just aren't searching deep enough, right? Everyone's got their mind on the new sets or the alt arts and Sword and Shield. Not a lot of people are looking at these cards, and that's the reason they are seeing movements, is because, one, they're scarce enough. There's not many of them in the market, so only a few people need to start wanting them, and it starts pushing the prices higher, and then the FOMO crowd sets in, and it becomes that self-fulfilling prophecy we always talk about. So These cards, guys, I'm not telling you to jump in and FOMO on these cards, right? They've already seen their gains. Now, they could continue to go. What I'm saying is this continues to happen daily. You may want to go back and dig in these Sun and Moon and XY eras because there are still some hidden gems that may have seen some price declines or may have not even seen their price inclines yet that may be some huge opportunities. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Make sure to follow Pokey Grinding on Twitter. Comment on this video. You can be a part of the giveaway. Again, not sponsored. Just wanted to help the guy out because he was nice enough to give an ETB away to the channel. And hope you guys have fun continuing your collecting and investing journey. Let me know in the comments how it's going, and I'll be back here in a new one soon. I'm out.